Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This reading is for you. All readings on here, and here being my channel, are timeless. So whenever you see this and it resonates, take it. However, it will be dated on here for April 2022. What do you need to know through me? Let's see. What do you need to know through me? All messages are for the highest good. For those who see this, what do they need to know through me? Let's see. The Ace of Cups came out. Half the deck. The talkative nature. What do they need to know through me? With the Ace of Cups, what's really standing out to me are the lily pads. The lily pads? What I get from that is staying above water. Not diving too deep into your emotions. Staying on the surface. And from the surface, looking down, you have a greater vantage point than diving deep into your emotions. So getting in a place or being... what I'm getting from picking up from the Ace of Cups is staying in a space where you are not soaking with emotion. You're not heavy with emotion, but you are able to recognize and see it and observe it and have a, again, greater vantage point. What needs to be seen? All messages are for the highest good. For those that see this, what do they need to know through me? Just one more card. One more card. What do they need? And then too many. Too many. Sorry. One more card. What do they need to know through me? One more card. One more card. One more card. There it is. So we have the Page of Swords and then the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. All right, let's get into your reading. So we have the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Page of Swords. And as I was saying, with what I was picking up from the Ace of Cups, I was going to say Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Cups are the lily pads. They stood out to me, how they are floating on the top of the water. And I feel like that's a state of existence that you are either realizing would be better for you, or you have realized and are doing what you need to do in order to get back to that state. Because I'm getting that with the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Desiring to get out of the deep trenches of the emotional waters that you found yourself in. So I'm seeing that you are coming out of getting soaked in emotional matter. And maybe, because it feels like one tends to find themselves in these spaces due to a connection between two or more people. I feel that you have been really feeling heavy lately because of some connection that was extremely watery. And I feel the abundance of water shows how, because I'm not feeling it was a filter. I don't feel that there's a filtration system. So I can tell that to some degree, this connection had levels of toxicity. There was no way for the water to flow. And so now, being like a lily pad and staying on the surface of your emotions, I feel this is going to be helpful for your healing. Healing whatever was internalized by you as a result of this connection. And I'm getting the healing from the Ace of Cups. What I'm also seeing here with the moon is that we have, it looks like two moons, or it could even be an eclipse where we have this moon here and then a crescent. So I get that this connection, what you're leaving behind is the emotional matter that took place. So you may not, but I feel like you're letting go of the connection. I feel like you're letting go of the connection. I see that it like it almost felt good. I'm getting that this almost fits together, these two celestial bodies. Whether this is the moon about to completely go on top of and overlay the sun, or if it's like we're seeing the moon compartmentalized. The separation between these two just it's showing me that the relationship or this connection was not it, but it almost felt like it was. And that's probably why you found yourself getting into such heavy emotional waters with this person. What's interesting is you have one wand here as you leave. And what I feel with the 10 of Wands here is now that you are not dealing with all of this emotional baggage, you are overdue, like that energy or that focus that you would have had here is now being focused somewhere else, and it's showing the need for moderation. Because here now it's like all this attention I'm getting with the wands is your attention on so many different matters. I feel like you have a very long to-do list. And I'm picking up on two different possibilities here. It's either you have a very long to-do list because you were very focused on this and neglecting your personal matters, your personal responsibilities, or you are using this as a distraction from getting back into this emotional space. Either way, it is in need of some sense of balance, some sense of restoration. And it's more of withdrawing so that you're able to reflect on what took place here, but from the perspective of what comes more naturally to you, which is observation. And I feel such a heavy amount of awareness with this Page of Swords. It's like you're seeing things with a fresh pair of eyes. And maybe now, for those who are in this state or have gone through this state, because I recognize that with these readings, it's like a spectrum. Each card represents a state of existence that those who resonate and are watching can find themselves at. So for those that are at this stage, and for whoever is resonating with this reading, as you get to this stage and out of it, you'll recognize that you needed to lighten up, because what I feel is you're lightening your emotional load, you're lightening your energetic load so that you can get to where you're at. And air, which is what the swords represent, is light. If you think about helium, it's quite light. So it's like you're like the lily pads, like rising to the surface so that you can see things with a fresh set of eyes. And I feel like with this distance, not only are you seeing, not only is there a sense of lightness, but there is a sense of height. What the air signs within the realm of astrology show us is the reality for some that detaching from circumstances allows for you to gain and get a bird's eye view of circumstances so that you could see things more clearly and have a wider range of what you can see so that you can put whatever you need to put together. And I feel like that's what's happening with this. You needed to get emotionally distant. You needed to distance yourself in order for you to really see what was taking place here. So all in all, what I get is that you were in an emotionally heavy connection that almost fit, which is why you endured it for so long, but it didn't fit. And you found yourself getting heavy, feeling heavy. This could also be you gaining weight. I'm feeling just emotions. And where I'm getting the weight gain is from the fact that some people have a tendency to eat their feelings. So it's like getting heavy with emotions, but recognizing I can't and having the intention to do what's best for yourself. As a result, you found yourself in a space where healing can take place, a space that optimizes healing. And in this space, you found yourself floating to the surface of your emotional waters, getting a better vantage point, because here you're in the trenches. Now you're floating on the surface. So you are on top, and this is taking place beneath, let's say on the ocean floor, and now you're on top of the ocean. You're resting on the surface of the ocean, and now you're able to see a greater vantage point of what was taking place. And as a result, work towards healing yourself. And I'm with that, with saying what I just said, it feels like after recognizing, oh, all of these responsibilities I kind of neglected, so let's get these done so that I can continue to do what I need to do to get back to the space that I'm familiar with, which is a space of observation, a space of detachment. Because I feel you got a little higher now that you're on the surface of the water, but now you're beyond the surface of the water. The water, if you see, is like behind them. So it's like, and I know that it's just the idea that now you're getting further from the water. And I see that is resulting in you gaining more perspective. You seeing things from a more logical and linear space, which is something that the sign Gemini is quite familiar with, ruled by Mercury, is very linear. My advice to you, no matter where you are in the space, is to recognize that, one, everything happens for a reason, and that there was something to gain from this situation, and to really become familiar with what took place here so that in the future you can pick up on signs. And it's like red flags. I'm seeing it with this person in red, with them in red flags, so that you don't have to get so heavy and so involved before recognizing that maybe this is not the best situation for you. Because truly, the sign Gemini represents openness and lightness. And for those that have sun, moon, or rising, as you do, in Gemini, the need to be light, or the experience or the reality of being light really helps you maneuver through the world more effortlessly. All right, Gemini, that was your reading. You can look to the description box below for my social information if you like tarot readings and would want to see them daily. I do daily tarot readings on TikTok. And again, that will be linked down below. I'll talk to you next time.